Why is aspect ratio important for tall building design? Imagine standing in front of a building that seems to stretch endlessly into the sky or one that looks surprisingly squat. The way a building's height relates to its width is called its aspect ratio. This ratio is a key part of designing tall structures, especially those that aim to set records or become icons of a city skyline. It's not just about making a building look impressive. It affects how safe, energy efficient, and comfortable it is for the people inside. When engineers and architects work on these colossal creations, they carefully choose the aspect ratio to balance all these factors. One of the main reasons aspect ratio matters so much is structural stability. Tall buildings face strong forces from wind and earthquakes. If a building is too tall and slender, it can sway excessively or even become unsafe. To prevent this, engineers often design with an aspect ratio of about 1:6, meaning for every 6 units of height, the building's width should be at least 1 unit. This helps control the sway caused by wind and reduces the risk of structural failure. Some super-tall skyscrapers push this ratio to 1:10, but that requires very advanced materials and engineering techniques to keep everything safe and steady. Energy efficiency is another big reason. Tall buildings with the right aspect ratio can get more natural light and better manage solar heat. During winter, they can absorb sunlight to help warm the interior, and in summer, they can be shaded to stay cool. This means less energy spent on heating and cooling, often saving more than 15% of energy costs. Plus, the aspect ratio influences how well fresh air circulates inside, making the indoor environment more pleasant and healthy for occupants. The shape of a tall building also impacts how it fits into the city. Slim, high-rise structures with a high aspect ratio can free up ground space for parks, roads, or other buildings. This is especially important in crowded cities like Hong Kong or New York, where space is limited. However, making a building too slender can make it more vulnerable to wind and seismic forces, so designers have to find the right balance. In earthquake-prone areas, the aspect ratio plays a role in how a building responds during a quake. A poorly designed ratio can lead to more stress and damage. Engineers use the right aspect ratio to make sure the building can bend and sway without breaking, keeping everyone safe inside. So, the aspect ratio isn't just about how tall or slim a building looks. It's a vital part of making sure these towering giants are safe, energy efficient, and fit beautifully into their surroundings. When pushing the limits of height, as seen in record-breaking skyscrapers, getting this ratio right is what makes the difference between a marvel of engineering and a potential disaster.